Yes.
Or
You need
even
a
not
clicker.
be. Yeah.
My audience.
Oh yeah, hi.
There's everybody.
Wait, turn it a little bit to the side. Over the screen. Oh, wait. To see the TV. Yeah.
There's the PowerPoint. Right
We're
there.
here. He's gonna come over by Lauren.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yes. Good. Hey,
You have our back scratch, you can hit her with it every time you want to click it.
I think it's recording pause.
There's a new car on the market, and it's not what you might normally see on the road. These are some examples of self-driving cars. Self-driving cars use incredibly cool technology in order to function. You can probably agree that self-driving cars are the next big thing on the market due to their sleek look and futuristic implication. However, although self-driving cars seem like they may solve many problems on the road and just look cool in general, they cause more issues than they are solving. These issues include inadequate testing time for self-driving cars, major changes in law due to self-driving cars, and making the wrong decisions ethically when involved in dangerous situations. All of these problems show why self-driving cars are not ready to be on the road and should not be supported. First, let's examine the general safety problems with self-driving cars. First of all, self-driving cars are not ready to be on the road because their technology is not safe enough to protect their passengers. The sonar, radar, and LiDAR technologies are not guaranteed to succeed in every single situation. In the article Self-Driving Cars Need New Rules by John Stilgo, a police account of a fatal self-driving car accident reports that the car was going about 74 miles an hour, drove straight under a semi-truck, exploding the car and the truck, hitting a pole, and then coming to a stop. The crash killed both drivers. The technology used by self-driving cars is so unreliable that experts suggest they should drive on their own separate road. The scientific journal The Effects of Self-Driving Cars on Traffic Capacity by Yu Shil suggests that after simulating traffic with self-driving cars on the road, dedicated lanes could be helpful. In order to balance the lack of safety and testing on this new technology, everyone, including y'all, should avoid purchasing self-driving cars. Alright, recommend traditional cars to people who are car shopping and be aware of other self-driving cars that are already on the road. By increasing awareness, you are able to prepare for possible collisions that are not handled properly by self-driving cars on the road with you. Unfortunately, the research that has been done in order to improve the safety on self-driving cars is not strong enough to be the solution for the current lack of safety. Next, I will tell you about laws that have been, or moreover, not been put in place to accommodate self-driving cars. Self-driving cars are completely different than the traditional manual car. The way in which they are operated and their use implies the necessity of new laws that can specify for those who drive these high-tech vehicles. The United States government has expressed its desire for more laws regarding increasing technology. The article Self-Driving Cars, How Soon is Soon Enough by John Barkenbus explains that the U.S. saw a need for change in laws regarding self-driving cars. And it's for that reason that the House of Representatives passed the Self-Drive Act in 2017. The act pushes for new regulations and safety standards under which the self-driving cars can operate. Despite the legislation being passed, there are still more changes that need to be made throughout the U.S. and the entire world in order to stop the emergence of self-driving cars before it's too late. In the journal by Paul Hoiberg titled The Self-Driving Car, A Disruptive Innovation on Established Industries and Legal Practices, it said that self-driving cars mean big changes legally because human negligence cases will disappear. Despite the recent passing of this legislation to keep up with the new technology, there's still more that needs to be done. There's not much an average citizen can do when it comes to actually passing legislation in the House of Representatives. However, you can be sure that you're prepared to deal with the legal issues regarding self-driving cars. If you have a lawyer, speak to them about how you might be affected by an auto accident with a self-driving car. Speak to your insurance company to get ahead of collisions, and the question has to be asked. Will passengers in self-driving cars be liable for damage to your car if you're involved in an accident with them? Finally, I would like to talk about the ethical issues regarding in the decision-making process of self-driving cars. Self-driving cars can be programmed to make certain decisions on the road based on casualties and damage. However, a robot cannot make the same decisions as a human brain based on what is actually desired by the passengers or the possible people that are being impacted. There's an important question to be answered regarding the behavior of self-driving cars. There are many human behaviors that are taken away once the responsibility of driving is taken over by a robotic vehicle. John Borenstein asked the questions, will human drivers experience road rage if self-driving cars are strictly following the law? If so, how should the self-driving cars behave in response? Self-driving cars can calculate their decisions based on algorithms, not based on what is ethical. If passengers cannot take control over their vehicle while a collision or accident is taking place, the car will be the sole decision maker. which may end up in the death of passengers or the death of an innocent bystander. Sean Nyholm, in his article titled The Ethics of Accident Algorithms for Self-Driving Cars, an Applied Trolley Problem, Ethical Theory and Moral Practice, presents a theoretical situation asking if a self-driving car needed to swerve onto the sidewalk to avoid a deadly accident, but detects a pedestrian on the sidewalk, would it kill the passengers and drivers, or would it kill the pedestrian? Again, nothing much can be done by an average citizen in order to solve the problem of ethical decisions being made by self-driving cars. Scientists are the ones who need to develop more complicated algorithms in order to solve these issues. But by refusing to support the emergence of self-driving cars, people can avoid these ethical questions altogether. In summary, we should avoid supporting the emergence of self-driving cars because these automated vehicles are not prepared to handle driving on the road and have many problems associated with their emergence. These issues include lack of laws to accommodate their unique structure and function, their overall safety reliability, and their inability to answer ethical questions based on an algorithm. It's really important to take action against self-driving cars right now because the demand is so high that the amount of these vehicles on the road will only increase and your safety on the road will be greatly compromised.
They should have gotten rid of the dog.
She's fine.